Hi everyone. So I hesitated a long time about doing this video. I was like, do I do it? I don't do it because I don't like to do videos that are, first of all, I have to have myself out. I'm more comfortable doing video tutorials when you see only my hands, and doing a video when I pour my heart out, it's a little bit harder. But I'm doing it because I think it's time to do it and to stand up for myself, and also because I want you to know that I hear you and I want actually to be your voice today. So the people that support me and are always trying to protect me, I want to tell you that I hear you, I care about you, and that's why I'm doing this video actually for you, most of it. Okay, my logo here, dear friends, I'm so sorry it's backward, but my daughter Alicia handmade this board for me with paint. So I really want to, like, it was her idea, so I really can't do it backward. So I'm so sorry, Leah France is in the opposite direction. And I have this wonderful costume. I think it's really cute because I want this video to really be positive, even though what I'm gonna talk about is like maybe anger and frustration, and this is not me. Sometimes we do wrong choices, but that doesn't mean we are a wrong person. We just make the wrong decision, at a certain time in life. So that being said, I will switch back and forth between my screen and myself. And if you don't know why this video is all about, let's go back to 2009, okay? Well, actually, let's go back to May 1st, 1973. Okay, because this is actually the day I was born. So on that day, Karin Soriano, yay, that's me, was there, and I was like, wow, this world is great, let's do it. So so now you know my name, so in 2009, if we come back to this, I started to create European style photo layout stencils. Okay, so I was the only one at this time doing this because I believed in it, and coming from Europe, I was surprised not to find this kind of stencils here in United States where I moved. So I started to do that, and I knew at this time the competition will be there, and that's fine. I mean, competition, I'm not against competition. I knew it, at some point people will see that actually it was a good system, and then want to do it themselves. So that's totally fine, and this is what happened. Creative Memory released their first stencils in 2018, in March 2018. The thing that happened at this time, and that's why I'm doing this video, is for you guys. I woke up so in March 2018, and I had so many messengers, so many Facebook notifications, and so many emails saying, Creative Memory has a new stencil and they copy your Quilted Knot stencil. And I was like, what? So first of all, okay, they're doing stencil. And second, Quilted Knot? What? So I actually saw the design and I was like, okay. So and that's fine because I'm so attached to my product, so I took it the wrong way, but I will let you, it's okay. It's not right or wrong. They are similar, yes, but are they the same? No. So I cannot say they're the same. Okay, I want to be fair to Creative Memory. It's not the same. Okay. So, but you were very upset because obviously with the first stencil, if it's so similar to one of mine that everybody recognized, you were very angry. I was very upset also at this time, obviously. I'm not gonna lie. But you know, since then other events happen, and that's why I'm doing this video today, because I want you guys to not be angry anymore at Creative Memories, not to worry anymore about me. And I actually worry about you, because I don't want you to be in this feeling of anger and you know, frustration, and how, you know, why Creative Memory is doing that to you. They do nothing to me. They are in a business and they have a product, okay? And I am attached to my product, I am attached to my customers, and my customers are attached to me. But this is, we cannot blame Creative Memory on that, okay? That's a blessing that I cherish, that you're so attached to me, but you know, I cannot, we cannot be against Creative Memory for that, okay? It's just to make it clear. So now I'm gonna share the facts, just the fact, and I, you know, I don't want it to be like I say, I'm not, it's not against Creative Memory, it's just for you guys to share with you and say, yes, I hear your voice, I know you are angry, I understand, but it's not good for you, and I want you to kind of move on. So this video, I'm doing it once, and what will happen in the future, I want to tell you that I really cherish your support. I feel blessed about it, but I just want you to, like, through me, get this all, like, this negative energy get out of your system, okay? Just let it go. It's all good. So now I'm going to share the fact. I will be as neutral as I can, and then we go from there, okay? So I'm going to pause and share my screen. Okay, so I'm back. So this is what happened in March 2018. Wildflower was out from Creative Memory. Oh, actually, I just oh no, that's okay. Okay, it was really in 2018, and my Quilted Knot is from 2012. So they are different. You know, yes, there is a similar feel, but I'm really fair to Creative Memory. They are different, okay? But I don't understand, like you said, like I said, I understand the frustration, you know, the feeling, okay, of my customer, my loyal customer, okay? We have to be fair to them as well, that you have a similar feeling, okay? So I'm going to show you something, and you will understand better why they were so upset also, and myself, is they are different, but this is my original stencil, and this is the lines on my original stencil, and some of the lines are not there, like this one is not there, and there is not a circle here, okay? So I want to be fair to Creative Memory, and yeah, they are different, okay? But you have to understand, like I said, the perspective of my customer and myself, you know, it's you have to understand that, I hope, okay? But they really didn't make the same stencil, okay? And second, I actually talked to Caleb, the owner of Creative Memory, and he was really, really like kind with me, and he apologized, and he stopped the production of Wildflower. So this, I'm not gonna lie, he was very very good with the situation, and we have a very good call, okay? So just I want to let you know this part, okay? Then I'm gonna share the next slide. So this after was Botanical Burst, 2021. So on this one, you know, the same thing. This is very different from Water Lily, okay? 2013. This, I'm not gonna say anything about it, okay? It's very different. But again, you have to understand that what is kind of, you know, annoying my customer and myself, it's again the lines on my stencils. So this is one of the layouts you can do with my stencil, and again, because my loyal customer, they're so used to me and my product, they recognize the layout. So it's like, so you have to understand, they don't copy my stencil, okay? They are really not. What upset my customer is like they recognize the layout, and you know, it's just like, so you have to understand that, okay? Understand their feeling. Now the next slide. Oh no, actually I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you this. So Felicity is one of my design team member, and she created this layout, okay, from 3D cubes. And this time it's not a stencil, so I want to make it clear, really not. So what happened, and again, you have to understand the feeling, and especially the feeling of Felicity that I love. She saw in a Facebook group that someone did a layout like this, and they say, I have a class and I can teach you how to do this. And what really upset Felicity and myself is they kept saying, you don't need to use the French stencil. So French stencil is me. And because I'm going to show you how. So again, they didn't do something wrong. They didn't have a template. Really what was, again, really frustrating for me and Felicity is that, and especially for you, I have to be honest, I was very frustrated because some of the creative memory consultant charge for a class to show you how to create this layout. And for me, it's really frustrating knowing that you pay for a class. Then first of all, you get a headache because you have to go back to school, take measurements, and then build together this page, where it's so easy when you use the 3D cubes, and especially the 3D cubes Lite that I have now. It's just so much easier. So for me, the frustration, it was like, oh my gosh, you pay for a class. It's so hard to make it when it's so easy with a stencil, and you have nothing at the end of the class. You don't even have the stencil. While at least if you have the stencil, you do this layout and you do so many more examples with it than just one layout. So this is where, we were like, honestly, we were upset with Felicity because of that. And so again, you have to understand where we come from. And then let me pause because I don't remember what I want to say. Yes, I do remember. I remember that, yes, I was so angry, and I'm not proud of this at all, really not proud of this. I've been kicked out of the Facebook group when this was happening, and I really, the admin was right. I can't say when I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm doing wrong decision, but it was because I was so angry, so upset that I was mean to a person in the Facebook group, and really I didn't want to, but it was building frustration and anger because of this whole situation. Okay, so now you have to understand that few months before that, and that's why Felicity and I were so upset, and I hope you will understand that this is one of her layout that she did, Felicity, and then another one here. And so do you see this kind of design, okay, like this? So we were working together on a stencil, and that's what we came up with. But unfortunately for us, Creative Memory did this, I think they call it sunburst. Yeah, sunburst. And then I say to Felicity, I'm not going to do it, because to me it's like people will believe I copied Creative Memories. So I was like, no, with what happened, before, there is no way I'm going to do that. I would not do it anyway, but even more, I can't do that. So we dropped it. We never had this stencil out. So just to let you know, and this is where you have to understand that why Felicity, her, and me, we were so upset, because, we try to keep it very fair to Creative Memory in the sense that they had the stencil before us. And so, it was hard on us. Not proud of, like I said, how I reacted. So, I'm telling you, I was wrong at this time. Now, another of my designer, her name is Hilda, and she created this page, and she actually, did a challenge, and she said, okay, this is the layout you can do with Country Patches, and I'm going to show you how it looks like. This. So here it's very hard to see this layout in Country Patches, okay? And that's why we were so excited, because it was created in 2013. Imagine in 2021 she saw this in the template. in 2021. So just to tell you how versatile and how like it's limit, there is no limit, because you can even find some combination after actually 8 years. You find another, combination. Okay, so so she did this layout, and it went viral. Everybody loved it. Everybody was doing it. Everybody's saying, okay, I did this one with Country Patches Stencil. And so again, you have to understand where I'm coming from, and especially my customers that actually love Hilda so much, like they love her. So you have to understand that she's very well loved. So you have to understand that when Creative Memory has Quilted Knot, again, it was very emotional. But to be honest with you, they were inspired by a layout they saw everywhere. So it's not against me. It's not copying Country Patches. Doesn't make sense what I'm saying. Like, I want to be fair. It's not. But you have to understand the feeling behind it, and that's all this video is all about. And this video is all about, like, I understand your frustration, but please let it go. You know, it's not against me. It's not against the designers. Yeah. So okay. So I'm gonna show you this now. So that's the Country Patches, and again the line on it. So there are differences. Like the angles of this is not the same in here. And here there is no spacing between the two frames, and then you can see here we have one. Also, another difference is more obvious. You have a circle, okay, which you don't have in here. So that's why she was able to do this one, okay. So so that's why I'm saying I want to be fair, but I want you to understand the frustration of my customers, and when you go to a Facebook group that is not mine, and you see a layout done with a Creative Memory template, it's very hard, because you kind of want to say, oh, that's the layout that Hilda did at the time, but without being aggressive to the person. But at the same time, you bite your tongue, because you just want to say, wow, the original idea. It's like you lift a page and you don't say it. But I mean, I understand Creative Memory is not going to say that. They're not going to say, oh, we created this stencil because we saw this layout being viral, because this layout being viral is actually me. And I mean, I'm the competition. So I'm like, I understand they don't want to do that, and why they would do it anyway. So, but this video is really, really to tell you that thank you so much for supporting me, supporting my wonderful designers. We really, really appreciate it. But don't let this anger feeling get into you. Let me pause, because in the end, it's all about it's positive. Sometimes you're like, why it happens to me? Why? It's not fair and everything. So I always look at, first of all, I always think about my grandmother. That was really someone that I miss, and always so wise. So she always told me, Corinne, when it's very hard in your life, okay, I need a few seconds. When it's always, no, I need to pause. Okay, I'm better. So, when things are not, you feel sad, or, you're like, why is it happening to me? You cannot control what others people are doing to you. You can only control how you react to it. So I cannot control what Creative Memory is doing, and there is no judgment if they are doing right or wrong. They are doing what they are doing, and I'm doing what I'm doing. So to me, like for example, my customer, they say, oh, why you don't sue them? So first of all, I cannot, because like I said, it's not the same stencil, okay? Second, like, okay, let's pretend I go to court, I win, for Country Patches against a creative memory for Quilted Knot. Okay, let's pretend I win. And then that means they stop the stencil. So that means that let's pretend nobody knows about me, nobody knows Corinne, I don't exist, and they have only creative memory. So all the people that they wanted to do this layout using the creative memory stencil, they won't be able to do it. And I'm like, okay, so let's pretend $10,000, I don't know, I have no idea. $10,000 you win because, you know, you go in court and, you know, you have this wonderful time with lawyers and everything. Wow, I love that. I mean, I'm in business just for that. So $10,000, or all those scrapbookers that cannot buy creative memory template because now they cannot sell it. It's not worth it. I don't care. What will make me feel, I rather you actually buy creative memory and create this layout, because I love this layout. I love the layout Hilda did, and I don't want you to be, how we say that? We say privé in French, that you cannot do it because I was in court and I won, and now nobody can use this stencil. Does that make sense? So no, I punish you. That's all I do. I punish you because you won't be able to do this layout. Okay? I know you could do it with my stencil, but I mean, let's pretend you don't know me. And actually, I'm pretty sure you don't know me because I'm not as good as creative memory in marketing, which is a good thing. So I'm going to tell you, because I know you worry about me. Don't worry about me, okay? Because there are things that are positive with that situation. So, okay, the number one, creative memory, like I just said, is a bigger company. They are way better than me on marketing. So they are promoting stencils, okay? So if they are promoting stencils, they are kind of promoting me in the end, okay? So that's the positive things, okay? Second, they released stencil from, I mean, the stencil I showed you are part of my advanced collection. So you have to be advanced to get the most out of my stencil, and they simplify it, right? And that made me talk to my customer, and I say, hey, if I do 3D cubes advanced simplified, you would like it? And they say yes. And I was like, really? But you have so many combinations. They say, yeah, but sometimes especially if we are beginner, I'd rather have a more simplified stencil. So again, really creative memory helped me see that. I was blind. I was totally blind. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, they love it. They just love the fact that I simplify the stencil. And guess what? I know my stencil, so I can simplify it. I mean, if creative memory can do it, I can do it. So I'm going to show you, actually I'm going to show you my light collection so you will understand. And then I will let you go because we're not going to, I don't know how long I have been talking, but so let me pause. So this is my website and this is the light collection. So what I meant is this. So this is the Country Patches light. And in there I simplify my country patches, but because this is me. Oh, the image is gone. That's weird. I need to fix that. Oh, but so you can do this layout, but you can do this one, and you can do this one. Okay. Oops. Oh wow, my computer is really acting weird. You can do this layout. You can do this layout. You can do this layout. Obviously, you can do this famous layout, and you can even do this one. So, you know, even if I simplified my stencil, I wanted to make sure it was still very and then again, actually, by the way, this kind of layout is quite new. It's unusual, like half frame, and I loved it. But again, we find this layout combination in 2022. Like it's just, and even with the light stencil, we still find, you know, new combination. So I'm not gonna let you down on this. I will, you know, I know you worry about me, but I will still create. And I have actually to compete with my own self because I have so many stencils out there. So every year to have a new idea that excites you, that's not easy because I actually compete with myself, which is, I am my biggest competitor because I have so many designs and it's hard work. And finger crossed, we still have some new stencil coming out this year that I'm so excited excited about. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Anyway, so but I would have never had the idea of doing this slide collection without creative memory and you, because I asked you the question. So I have the 3D cube light, which we were talking about, and I can, you know, oh, my image is always gone. I really need to fix that. So obviously there is the layout from Felicity, there is this one, the gift, this one. I mean, it's just go on and on, okay? So yes, I need to drink. I speak too much. Okay, I'm back. So at the end of the day, I hope if there is another stencil out there, and it can be creative memory, it can be another company, it doesn't matter. It's okay. They don't, like I say, they don't copy my stencils, okay? They scrap lift a layout, okay? So it's like, you know, they have recipe templates, right? So it's like they give you the recipe of the lady fingers, how to create, how to cook, bake lady fingers, and I'm doing like the recipe of a tiramisu, because in tiramisu you have lady fingers, you know, coffee and mascarpone, and you know, all of those stuff. Or I can give you the recipe of the Charlotte, or I can give you the recipe of, what can we do with the lady fingers? You can do a cheesecake as well. So you wouldn't be mad at someone that share the if it's not the same recipe. Does that make sense? Like, I have the recipe of the tiramisu, the Charlotte, and they have the recipe of the lady finger. So you cannot be mad at them for that. Does that make sense? Okay. And then please, I want you to feel joy. I want you to feel excited to find a layout in my stencil. And like, you know, like Hilda, when she was so excited to find a new layout after so many years. So stay on this feeling, really. And like I say, I really appreciate that when you're upset. But to be completely honest, we shouldn't, okay? I know it's hard, but we shouldn't. So I know I appreciate you want to protect me and you're mad, but moving forward, please go back to a positive place, simply, and just enjoy the layouts, and that everybody can create whatever it's creative memory or mine, you know, as long as we are creative, and you know, we all love that. So it's all good. And if you're new to me and you just discover me today, so I don't look like that in the real life. I just want to let you know. I wish because I think it's so cute, but I don't look like that. And yeah, drop a line, let me know, you know, if you never heard about the photo layout stencil before. I would like to get to know you. Like, are you a scrapbooker for a long time? Are you completely new to scrapbooking? It's very fun. And it's not like everybody said. There are a lot of misconception about scrapbooking. Like for me, I don't need a lot of space. Basically, everything is pretty much here in my back. And even there is not even all about scrapbooking in there. There is also office supplies and stuff like that. And you don't need to be an artist. You don't need, what else? They say, oh yeah, you need a lot of time to do scrapbooking. Well, no, I mean, yes, if you want to spend the whole afternoon doing scrapbooking, yes, but you don't have to. It's up to you how long you want to spend on it. They say it's very expensive. I'm so sorry, but it's not. I mean, I'm talking to myself, but for myself, I have stencil. That's all I need, and some chalks and pens and glitter. That's pretty much what I have. And then a lot of room, like I say. No, not really. So yeah. So I mean, you make it your own. You know, the time you want to spend on it, the money you want to spend on it. But if you never scrapbook, it's really worth to try it at least one time. Okay. So that being said, I love you. Let me make a big heart, and then let's keep this positive. Like, this video is not, even if it seems so, I just want to share with you why sometimes we are mad at creative memories, but we actually shouldn't. But you know, we are human, okay? So anyway, oh, I need to go and bake a tiramisu. I have a wonderful recipe, not my recipe, but and it's really good and easy to make. So okay, bye everyone, have a wonderful day, bye bye.